welcome to Diet Decoder this evening. I am your host. I'm Vanessa Thomas. I'm one half of Team Thomas. So if you are watching live, please type in hashtag live in the comments. If you are watching on replay, please type in hashtag replay. It's really nice for us to get a gist, basically, of what time you're watching and everything. So, as I said, I'm your host this evening. Martin will be back next week with some more recipes. I've got a few things to talk to you about this evening. So, without further ado, I will change my screen. Okay, so as you know, we're trying to offer facts, nutrition, recipes, help and motivation and support towards your lifestyle journey or weight loss journey as well. So basically what I wanted to talk to you tonight about is recognizing links between the foods that you consume and how you feel physically and emotionally, which should help you become more aware of how certain foods and eating habits affect you. So, what I've done is I've created a few handouts, and if you would like any of these at the end, please just WhatsApp me or send me a PM, however you want to get in touch, email, and I can send these to you. But the first one, I've just seen a hashtag live from Charmaine there, so hello, thanks for tuning in. Okay, so the first one there is a mood and food diary. So it's a bit small on the screen there, but basically across the top, you've got the day of the week, and then you've got your track day, so you write the date in, and then down the side, you've got breakfast, lunch, snack and dinner. And then next to that, the next column's over, a before and after, and notes. And then there's just like a food emoji, a mood emoji even. So basically, this is literally having a look at meal times. So, splitting it down to the main four there as to how you're feeling before and you're after eating. So as we progress through this evening's chat, obviously, if you've got any questions, please post them in the comments. But this is sort of the overall thing that you're looking for at the end of it. So my next slide is about resetting your weight loss mindset. So the first one is, I don't have time. Lots of people feel that they don't have time to eat healthily, get that nutrition in every meal. But to reframe that, what you really need to be thinking is, this is a priority. This is what I need to do for me. The next one is, I hate my body. This is a common one. We're all guilty of it. I know there's definitely certain things about my body that I'm not keen on. But what you need to think about is that you have a body that you're learning to love. And obviously, as you're going through your weight loss journey, your body will be changing as well as your mindset. Okay, the next one is that weight loss is a destination. This is very common. This is something that people can fixate on, that, I must get to however many stone, I must get to this dress size, where in reality, health is a lifelong journey. It's not just somewhere that you get to and everything is magically fixed. With any diet, if you do the course and then you just revert back to how you were pre-diet, you're going to go back to where you were. So although you don't want to be on a diet for the rest of your life, it is thinking about actually changing your habits, changing your mindset, and actually changing your eating habits so that health will be lifelong. Okay, the next one is, I don't have a choice. This is something that I really do hear a lot. I didn't have a choice. I couldn't stay on plan this week because something happened. Well, in reality, you always have a choice. It might be a hard choice. It might not be a choice that you want to make, but there is always a choice. There is always a workaround. There is always a way to overcome hurdles. And that's obviously where talking to your consultant can be very useful as well. The last on the list is change is hard. And as I've just said, yes, change is hard, but there are hard moments, and I am figuring out what works for me. So sometimes just reframing um, how you're feeling in your mind. Nita's posted, yes, just figuring out, how to put a positive spin on those things that you feel that you don't have time, you don't have, can't do this. It's more can't or won't, let's figure a way around these problems. Okay, so I have 5 affirmations to help you stick to your health journey. The first one is change may be hard and I can do hard things. Second one, I'm the type of person who keeps commitments to myself no matter what. I have everything I need to be successful, inside and out. One meal or snack that is not in line with my goals will not ruin my progress. I will not make that mean anything about my journey. And the last one is focusing on my health and well-being is not what I do, it's part of who I am. Now, it may sound very strange, but sometimes just having something positive, and I'm not saying chant it every day in the mirror, I'm talking about healthy, mind positive messages that you can say to yourself. When things are hard, change is hard, but I can do hard things. It's actually just reminding yourself just how amazing you are and how capable you are. Okay, so the next thing that I want to move on is just a little fact here. Oxytocin, commonly known as the love hormone or bonding hormone, research actually suggests that oxytocin can also have an impact on stress and weight loss in several ways that most people don't know about. So it's known as the stress reducing effects on the body, and when oxytocin is released, it counteracts the activity of stress hormone cortisol, which affects the body's fight or flight response, which can hinder weight loss. So by reducing cortisol, oh dear, put my teeth back in. By reducing cortisol levels, oxytocin helps promote a state of relaxation and calmness, which mitigates the effects of stress. Now, that might sound bizarre or it might sound common sense, but basically, that fight or flight, that natural instinct that is brought out, it does hinder your weight loss because, when you're feeling stressed, how many of us turn to the fridge? How many of us just think, oh, I can't deal with such and such, so, it's too hard. I'm not doing it. I'm going to do this instead. And that wasn't actually part of your plan. Whereas if you can actually engage the oxytocin, if you can bring it to the front of your mind and actually relax, calm your mind, you'll be able to think clearer. And by thinking clearer, you can actually find a way around those hurdles that you're faced with. So rather than just going for the first option right in front of you because, you're in panic mode, fight or flight mode, you're actually thinking clearer and you can therefore think of the different options that are available to you. So, on that, decrease stress for weight loss. So, there's emerging research that suggests increasing oxytocin levels can lead to reduced food intake and decreased cravings for high calorie foods, potentially supporting weight loss efforts. So, in addition, our fat cells have oxytocin receptors to influence. I really can't speak. To influence metabolism and calorie burn. So the big takeaway is the more we intentionally focus on feeling good, the better it is for our weight loss and health journey. So I have 25 ways to instantly feel better, decrease stress for weight loss. Now, some of these might make you laugh, but they are hello, Joe. I've just seen you join in, and hello to Martin as well, who's shared that he resonates with some of those things as well. And don't forget, if this is how you're feeling, jump in the comments. You don't just have to answer questions, talk amongst yourselves, or let me know if this is in line with how you're feeling. So, 25 ways to instantly feel better, decrease stress for weight loss. Are you ready? Number 1, physical touch like hugs, kisses with people or animals. So, it has been proven that, having pets does reduce stress. It's why I wish they'd let them in hospitals more often. But, if you can't hug a person, hug a pet. I know just on bad days when I'm laying in bed and my dog comes and lays on my lap and she's got her head there and I'm stroking her, it does make me feel better. So, with the science behind it as well, that is number 1. Number 2 is laughing. Now, laughter is a natural releaser of oxytocin as well. So, I'm not talking about big belly laughing, although that would help. There are things called laughter meditation, laughter yoga. Google it. You might even laugh at the concept of it. Martin's saying that having a cuddle helps him get to sleep better as well. Yeah, I know it is. Even sometimes just putting my hand on Martin's back can help him sleep better as well. Number 3, talking about your feelings. Now, this is another reason why I always urge people not to do weight loss journeys by themselves, because we all need someone to talk to. And it's essentially important when you're dealing with any change in your life. So when I gave up smoking, when I engaged in my weight loss activities, just having someone to talk to about it all really helped. Jo's saying that she doesn't have any people or pets to hug, but she does have a hot water bottle for comfort. Fantastic. Okay. And do you know what? These 25 tips might not be for everyone, but if there's a few in there that might help you, then that's something else to try as well. And obviously, Jo, you've got me to talk to anytime as well. Okay, so nature walks. This is something, again, Martin's very fond of. Every Sunday morning he's off at our local nature point with our daughter and the dogs, and he's going out into nature. It's one of the reasons we moved to next to the beach, is so that we could see nature, because it does actually make you feel better. Positive affirmation. So, like those few that I just ran through, saying something positive to yourself each morning can actually make a difference. So, give it a go, see how you feel. Okay, practicing gratitude. So sometimes when one of my clients is having a hard time, I actually give them a gratitude sheet. And basically it says, I feel grateful for. It's as simple as that. And you fill out the blanks and you list 5 things. We can always focus on the things we don't have, the things that we can't have. But what about focusing on the things that you do have? Off the top of my head, I've got a wonderful, supportive husband. I've got kids that I love. I've got dogs. I've got close family. I've got friends. It's so much nicer and better for my mental health to focus on them than to say, oh, well, I can't walk very far. I take lots of tablets because without them, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? It's practicing the things that you are genuinely grateful for. Yes, you might be grateful for world peace, but does that resonate on a personal level? Well, I can't say world peace anymore, but you get the gist. Pick something that is personal to you. Okay, so the next one, Martin's actually just put 5K walk anyone. It is actually about exercise, but this doesn't have to be long distance walking or running. This could be yoga, this could be swimming, this could actually be doing housework that also releases endorphins, or strength training. Again, doesn't have to be weights. It could be the can of beans up in your arms. It could be getting those elastic resistance bands and sitting in a chair and doing them. Number 8 is massage. You know, yogurt, no, yoga. Thanks, Martin. Am I speaking too fast again? I get really nervous doing these things. Okay, number 8 is massage. So you might be lucky, you might have a partner that will give you a massage. You might go and treat yourself to a fancy massage because, again, previously we've talked about rewards don't have to be food related. So why not save up and go and treat yourself to an actual proper massage? A cheap massage, if you've got kids and they like with the trucks, lay face down on the sofa and ask them to run their trucks across your back. Tell them that your back is the road and they've got hills and things to go up and down. That's quite nice. Or even, asking a kid to draw a picture on your back and asking you to guess what it is. Just don't fall asleep. They get a little bit annoyed by that. Okay, number 9 is listening to music that you love. So whack that radio on, get your CDs out, your mixtapes, or even just loading up your iTunes, listen to music that you enjoy. It really, really makes a difference. Even last night, Martin was listening to his phone in bed. He was listening to reels and things. And I was like, oh, I haven't heard that song in ages. And then I got that song in my head and it made me feel happier because just by listening to that song, I was thinking of memories associated with that song, which then in turn made me happy. Number 10 is sex. It is actually scientifically proven to be one of the best exercises and one of the fastest way to release those serotonin hormones. Number 11, meditation. So you don't need to sit there with your legs crossed, we're talking about actually focused thinking. So it might be that you just find a quiet place, um, where no one's going to distract you and you actually sit and think about life, think about what's important, perhaps sitting and thinking of your own positive affirmations. But it is having that time to actually reflect and think and thus meditate. Martin saying that you'd like a bit more information on number 10. Well, I think you've heard of it before. So I shall move on to another one that you've heard of, which is number 12, and that is cooking. Now, I am a can't cook, won't cook. Anyone that knows me will understand that. But do you know what? The times where I have cooked, that sense of achievement, it has actually made me happy. So, yeah, I know you're watching this, Martin. You're not getting off the hook for cooking because I don't like it that much. But sometimes just doing something that gives you that self worth, that sense of accomplishment, again, boosts the serotonin and makes you feel instantly better. And I have been told that lots of people actually do enjoy cooking, some strange people. And nutrient rich foods. Again, the science is there that actually eating well, eating nutrient rich foods does actually make you feel better. So let's get to the kitchen and cook some things. Okay, helping others. Now, this is something I can personally vouch for, that helping others, it doesn't have to be in a big way. I'm not talking about opening up your house for strangers and opening a soup kitchen or anything. I'm talking about the small things that make you feel good. It might be holding a door open for someone. It might be giving someone a penny at the garage because they've gone over on the petrol pump. There are so many small things that you can do to help others, and they all feel good. Okay, giving back. Now, this might be, for example, Kev, one of our clients that shares on social media. Now he feels that he's getting a certain positive service from us. So in turn, he's now giving back to the community, the weight loss community. He is sharing his progress. He is sharing his stories. He is helping motivate other people. So that is his way of giving back. Now, your way of giving back might be to pass on a skill that you have to someone else. There are loads of ways to give back. It could be, oh, I know, it's done anonymously, but have you seen the post boxes that have got like toppers that people have knitted just to make people happy? Now, I've seen ones for the coronation. I've seen fruit and vegetables that literally crocheted or knitted and then fixed to the top of post boxes. They're absolutely amazing. Now, not only does it feel good for the person that's made them, but it also feels good for the people that have seen them. So that is a way of giving back to your community. Following your passion. Okay, so if you know me, I am a musician on the weekends, and I absolutely love playing my bass. I enjoy singing. I enjoy being part of that community that a band is. And by being part of that, by doing something that I enjoy, again, makes me instantly feel better. Um, you might not be musical, it might be something else that you enjoy, you know. Okay, Martin's just put that he washed a mate's car today. Fantastic. That is a way of giving back, it's a way of helping others. And I know that Martin does actually enjoy cleaning cars. He finds that it actually helps clear his mind. So, in a way, it's kind of a meditation for him as well. And probably even following your passion as well. Maybe he's going to start a car washing business. Who knows? Okay, so number 17, dancing. So if we remember going back earlier, it was listening to music that you enjoy. What about a bit of dancing? Now, you don't have to get out there and bust your moves on a dance floor. This might be as you're washing up. This might be listening to the radio. It could be even as you're doing the housework, you know, just cranking up the music, a few extra knots, and just having a dance. And remember, dance like no one is watching. No one is going to be judging you. Even on a dance floor, no one cares. They just see that you are enjoying yourself. And dancing does make you feel better. Okay, number 18 is gardening. This is a brilliant passion for some people. Just being out again in nature, making their gardens look better, and whilst they might, sorry, Martin randomly dances to techno chicken. He does, in fact. So, while people might enjoy the process of gardening, actually getting their hands dirty out there and doing things that they enjoy, other people like the aesthetic, they like the finished product. But either way, it's a feel good factor. Get yourself outside. Okay, we have connecting with others. Now, this could be online and in person. Just pick up the phone, even if you've got someone that you haven't spoken to in a while. Um, there isn't anyone I can think of where I phoned them and they've gone, oh, don't want to speak to you. You know, it's, oh, hello, how are you? Haven't heard from you, in since yesterday or in a while, but it actually makes you feel good just to talk to people. I even made the salesman that phoned me earlier laugh. It's just about speaking to people, getting that spark back. And number 20 is warm showers or baths. So, get those smelly candles out, get your bubble bath out, or get that music going while you're in the shower and just literally enjoy the moment. Relax. If you're in the shower, concentrate on the flow of water on your back and just relax. It will make you feel better. Okay, 21, we have storytelling. Now, I'm not saying about Getting a book out and reading on McDonald to your kids, although that could be fun because you're also engaging with your kids and the delight that they'll get. I'm talking about, reminiscing. So when you're on the phone with someone that you know from your childhood, whether that's family, whether that's friend, talk about the good old days, talk about something that's happened, actually engage your brain to think about things that have happened and, talk about them. It could even be telling your children about the stuff that you used to get up to as a kid. Storytelling is not only a good way of passing on knowledge, it's also another way to make yourself feel good because, there are always humorous parts of a story. There are always, ways to engage with the person that you're talking to. Number 22 is warm, soothing teas. Now, if you ask my mum, a cup of tea will fix anything. And there is actually something to it. I'm not always a hot drinker, but there is something about a hot drink that does actually make you feel better, strangely. So it's gone on the list. Okay, volunteering. So um, I made a joke of opening your house up to a soup kitchen, but there are plenty of ways to volunteer in your community. Um, okay, that's quite good on timed actually. If you heard that, that's Martin shouting, move, 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 move. He volunteers at the Coast Guard. So that was his alarm going off. And that is something that makes him feel good. And it's also good for the community. And when you see, the emergency services out, no, they're not always volunteers, but it makes the community feel good as well because they understand that people are giving up their time. But what I was actually going to say was like volunteering in your kid's school. When my son was in lower school, I used to volunteer listening to the kids read. Um, it might be, now my son volunteers at Army Cadets where he used to attend because, again, he feels he wants to give back and he's volunteering. It's a feel good thing for him, but also for the cadets to look up to him, actually see that he's doing something positive. 24 is deep breathing. So, again, when I'm talking relaxation and meditation, it doesn't have to be, sitting there with your fingers out going, om. We are talking about actually that deep, relaxed state, which you can do before going to sleep. And it is something that I actually do before sleep each night. So, particularly, now I'm suffering menopause symptoms and blah, 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 I'm finding it harder to sleep. So, what I'm actually doing is I'm laying there, my phone's off, I'm laying there, I'm taking deep breaths, and I count backwards. I've got my eyes shut, I count backwards from 100. So, it's literally 100, 99, 98. And I'm breathing in between the numbers. Now, I'm not saying it out loud because I don't want to annoy Martin and disturb what he's doing. He's got various sleep apps that he listens to. But that deep breathing, and then I'm actually concentrating on relaxing my muscles as I'm trying to focus on the numbers. By focusing on counting backwards, this was actually a tip that I got from someone else, it actually helps declutter your mind. Because if you're trying to lay there and you're just thinking, breathe in, breathe out, I don't know about you, but you're thinking about the shopping list, you're thinking about what you've got to do tomorrow. But by counting backwards, it actually makes your mind concentrate a little bit more. And it's on something mundane, it's on counting, but it takes the focus away from, magpie, oh, shiny, I'm going to think about this, I'm going to think about that. So, count backwards. And last but not least is planning quality time with your partner, friends, or family. So, what is it that you want to do? One of the main goal factors for me, for losing weight is I wanted to take part in life again. I didn't want to be the coat holder anymore. I wanted to be part of the family activities. Now, it's not that, we go on holiday each year, but we do try and do day trips. There are things that even if it's just a beach day, because we literally live half a mile from the beach, it is just about planning quality time, board game nights, thinking of things that your family is going to enjoy, uh, planning those things alone, let alone actually doing them, is another way to instantly make yourself feel better. And I can't believe I've talked so long already. So, I'm going to talk about 5 tips to set you up for nutritional success. And I think we're probably going to do a part 2 and talk about some of these other things another week. So, the first one is making decisions in advance. So, decide on your snacks, meals, grocery lists in advance. Know what you eat uh, when traveling. When deciding in advance, you'll make those choices that are in line with your goals, not with your cravings. The next one is to batch cook. So, when cooking, make double or triple the batch size and freeze for fast, healthy meals. The next one is having the right equipment. So set yourself up with the best time saving equipment for nutrition. So you've got your slow cookers, your microwaves, your air fryers, blenders, a good set of knives. This will cut your prep time in half. The next one is to shop smart. So healthy eating doesn't have to be expensive. Buy in bulk, price match, freeze frozen options, even collect coupons like the Lidl app, for example. If you scan that when you go to Lidl, they then give you money off things that you shop for frequently. And number 5 is to plan for obstacles. So know yourself, know when you are most likely to step away from nutrition goals. Plan your attack on those times. So, for example, if you're eating out at a restaurant, have a plan for how you're going to deal with that. Know how to build your meals. If you've got no time, what are your quick go tos that are still in line with your goals? So, just focusing on those things, those 5 things, can really make a difference. And then the next thing is 5 tips to hit your water goals. Hitting your daily water goals can make it a significant challenge for many. So staying well hydrated essential for your overall health, your skin, your energy, and it even plays a role in achieving weight loss goals too. So while everyone has different hydration requirements, a good starting point is to aim for 2 to 3 litres per day, so about 4 pints. And here are 5 ways to increase hydration throughout the day. So number 1 is to set a water schedule. So create a schedule to consistently drink water throughout the day. So it might be a glass of water when you wake up, before your meals, before bedtime. Try and get half of your water intake done before midday. Even setting reminders on your phone can be helpful. The next one is carrying a reusable water bottle. So invest in a good quality water bottle that is about 500 millilitres and keep it with you all day. Refill it 4 to 6 times a day, and you've hit that goal. And obviously, also having water readily available means that you're more likely to have sips throughout the day. The next one is infusing your water. So add water flavourings. We've got certainly a variety, but you can also infuse it with fruits, vegetables, and herbs. So try combinations like mint and cucumber, strawberry and basil, raspberry and lemon. The infused water can make hydration a bit more enjoyable without having to add chemicals. Okay, number 4 is eating hydrating foods. So I'm often saying that 40% of your foods actually, 40% of your water intake actually comes from hydrating foods. So you need to be looking at your salads and things, your melons, your cucumbers, all of those are pretty water filled as well. And then number 5 is tracking your intake. So it's about getting organized, really. So whether you've got an app, whether you're going to jot it down on a bit of paper, actually making sure physically that you've got that water intake logged in front of you. Now, my next slide was actually going to be about 6 ways to increase your vegetable intakes without, even trying, really. But I'm going to just leave that one for another week because I'm going over. And I'm going to just have a quick talk about setting goals. So when you're setting goals, when you're looking to make, a change in your life, be it for your weight loss journey, whether it's for anything really, you want to talk about the SMART structure. So S for SMART is what do you want to accomplish, as in, I want to lose weight or I want to increase my fitness. That is something specific to you. M is measurable. How will I know when it's accomplished? So, rather than just saying I want to lose weight, it's saying I want to lose 25 pounds or I want to run 5K. Like, again, going back to Kev, he's doing the couch for 5K at the minute. So it's something measurable that you want to do. For me, it was always about being in a size 14. That was my measurable goal. A is your action plan. So what do you need to do in order to hit this goal? Do you need to hire a coach at the gym? Do you need to learn about more fitness? Do you need to join a group, or do you need free weight loss consultants? R is about making it relevant. So you want to be healthy for your kids. You want to prove to yourself that you can. Do you remember? Weight loss is hard, but you can do hard things. So you need to list 5 ways that this is actually personally important to you. And lastly, it's time bound. There's no good just saying, I want to lose 5 pounds. When? What is it that you want to do that for? So, talking about why it's important, it might be that, you've got a holiday coming up. So I've put the 1st of August there because it might be when you're going on holiday. So it might be, I want to lose weight. I would like to lose 25 pounds and I'm going to start the one-to-one diet to do that. I want to be healthy for my kids. And I want to join in on the activities that my family do. I don't want to be on the sidelines anymore. And I'm going to do that by the 1st of August. Now, you might feel that this time-bound thing actually puts pressure on, but in reality, that actually helps motivate you because you can do trackers. You can break that down. If you've got 25 pounds to lose in 25 weeks, then you think, that's great. Okay, so I'm losing a pound a week. And you break it down. Just because this is your overall goal, you then work that down into smaller, achievable steps. So that's what I wanted to say about SMART goals, but I will come back onto this. I just realised that I've been talking a lot longer than normal. So the next 2 things were just about habit tracker. So this first one lists about the water that you're drinking. This is about doing 30 minutes of movement. So it could be walking, it could be dancing, it could be doing your housework, but just getting that heartbeat a little bit faster. It could be about reviewing your goals because your goals do change. Different priorities come into life. Celebrating yourself. This is about thinking positively about the things that you have achieved, those things that we call non-scale victory. I don't want you to become focused or hung up about what the dial says. This is about your journey, how you are feeling, and about your health at the end of the day. Self-care, so it might be that you took a bath, it might be that you joined a class to learn a new hobby. And then last but not least, this is sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night. And then, as I said, I don't want you to be hung up on the scales. So what about tracking your measurement? So something I do for my clients is when they give me that first weight measurement, I get some ribbon and I cut it to the length of their waist. And then I send this to them. And then rather than keep getting the the measuring tape out or thinking, about how many pounds and stones they've lost, they've actually got something to try on again. They have got, that ribbon to see how much ribbon's left over. And that's really motivated because you are losing inches as well as pounds. So, my advice is to take your measurements on week 1 and week 4 and then just do it monthly. Because again, there's going to be some weeks where you're losing inches rather than pounds in general. So, do keep an eye on those as well. Um, Yeah, Martin's also given a big shout out to Kev as well. So, as well as doing that couch to 5K, he has lost that 3 stone. And I saw him just before this show, that's why he's on my mind so much. And he's looking absolutely amazing. And I'm not just talking about that 3 stone, I'm talking about the smile on his face. I'm talking about the way that he's standing differently, his posture. He's an absolute superstar. So, be like Kev, do something positive, give back to others, feel good about yourself. And I will just flip just to check if there are any more comments. But I think mainly it's been Martin this evening. Oh, that he randomly dances to Techno Chicken. Yes, he does. He actually asked if he could buy a chicken suit to dance to Techno Chicken. That's Martin for you. And Martin, of course, will be back next week. So I will sign off there. I'm sorry it's been a bit longer than usual. I didn't have time to say all I was going to. So we will resume this another day, and I will be sharing. I'll just show you the slide. I'd got some really good tips there that I'd worked really, really hard on as well, about getting that vegetable intake in as well. So, which I've just scrolled and you can't see them. Not to worry. Okay, you'll see them next time. But for now, I will say goodbye, and I will see you next week.